Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Dipali Gupta, and in last video we spoke about what is neutral pelvis, why is it important, how does it matter, and how spending your time in neutral pelvis is going to help you protect your lower back, increase your breathing efficiency, and also align your posture right. So in last video, those who have skipped can go back and watch my last video. I'm just going to recap that we spoke about the pelvis. Imagine your pelvis being a soup bowl, and you're going to, if you spill the soup forward, it is an anterior pelvic tilt, and if you spill the soup back, it is your posterior pelvic tilt. So if you are spilling the soup forward, if you find yourself spilling the soup forward with a soup bowl, you are tight with your hip flexors, the muscles in the front of the legs. You're tight with the hip flexors, right? You're going to be really tensioning the hip extensors, that is your hip and the hamstrings. Similarly, you'll be tight into your back extensors. Do you see how it pushes my hip up and crunching my lower back? So it's going to be tight in my back extensors, and it's going to tense my abdominals. Do you see this? So this you'll find mostly, as I told you, in people who are just postpartum after delivery, maybe throughout pregnancy you attain this because of the weight of the baby, and it can remain after pregnancy if you're not strengthening your core muscles or you're not finding the right alignment and balancing your muscles out there. Alright, similarly, it can also happen that you are sitting all day long, or maybe you're doing something like you're driving or you are having a desk job. You sit all day long. So this hip flexors which are tight is pulling your pelvis down and forward. This can be also the case. So in this case, what you're going to do is you're going to find balance in and around your pelvis so that your pelvis realign itself. So you're going to try and lengthen and strengthen your hip flexors, your hamstrings, your back extensors, and your abdomen. So your exercise is going to revolve around these so that you correct this, your pelvis positioning. Alright. Similarly, if you are into your posterior pelvic tilt, it clearly suggests that you are having your hip extensors which are tight, and your abdominals are tight. Do you see this relationship? Your hip extensors, that is your gluteus, your bum muscles, your gluteus and your hamstrings are tight, your abdominals are tight, and what is longer is your hip flexors, and your lower back is straightened, it has lost the curvature. So it's a flat back. In this case, it's so bad that you're really that low curve is lost, and that's going to be a problem for your lower back. So this is not a very good place for your lower back. You want to again come back with your equal muscle balance around the hip. Again, you're going to work towards lengthening your hip extensors, and you're going to think of lengthening your, again it was yours, so you're going to lengthen your abdominals and come back to your neutral position. I hope it's not very confusing, and if you have any furthermore questions, do not hesitate to ask me. You can DM me, you can comment below so that I respond to you as I can. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope this video has now cleared your doubt about how a pelvis should be: neutral, anteriorly tilted, or posteriorly tilted. Alright, one last thing before we sign off is 0 to 10 degrees of anterior tilt. This is for my other people who, it should not be confusing to rest of you, but then this is your neutral, right, the soup bowl, but then 0 to 10 degrees of anterior tilt is considered normal. So, each one of us are built differently. So 0 to 10, not more than that. Bear in mind, 7 degrees to 30 degrees is called as anterior pelvic tilt. So you should bear that in mind. So 0 to 10 is normal, but then 7 degrees to 30 degrees is considered as anterior pelvic tilt. Alright guys.